We want to get back to our coverage of the protests involving the death of George Floyd, protests that have happened all across the country. I want to show you first here a live picture of part of the protest in Grand Rapids, though much of the crowd there has moved down toward the Grand Rapids Public Library and back over the morning. People gathered there in downtown.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Golden Pulse. It's your boy, Rob, and I got a serious question for you. What is everybody's problem with Elon Musk and Donald Trump trying to figure out where the Democrats have been spending our money? I don't get it. How is this country broke but not broke? How do y'all have money for everybody else but not the people you're actually taxing? How are you out here fixing up other people's houses while your own house is falling apart? Make it make sense. Let's get into it.
Will not take this. We will fight back. Fight back. Fight back. And as I close out, because I know we've been out here for a long time, and God damn it, shut down the city. We are at war. We are at war.
Elected Democrats are so steamed about Doge. Congresswoman LaMonica McIver says we are at war. Ilhan Omar says we might actually see somebody get killed. And Chris Van Hollen says we have to fight this in the Congress, we have to fight this in the streets. So what now?
And may I just point out, if you heard that type of violent, enticing rhetoric from our side of the aisle, from Republican leaders on Capitol Hill, I think there would be a lot more outrage in this room today. It's unacceptable, the comments that have been made by these Democrat leaders, and frankly, they don't even know what they're talking about. Because President Trump was elected with a mandate from the American people to make this government more efficient. He campaigned across this country with Elon Musk, vowing that Elon was going to head up the Department of Government Efficiency, and the two of them, with a great team around them, were going to look at the receipts of this federal government and ensure it's accountable to American taxpayers. That's all that is happening here. And for Democrat officials to incite violence and encourage Americans to take to the streets is incredibly alarming, and they should be held accountable for that.
Wait, so it's an audit?
So upon coming out here to the briefing room, I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than $8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The Doge team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole of government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on, do these receipts serve the interests of the American people? Is this a good use of the American taxpayers' money? If it is not, that funding will no longer be sent abroad, and American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort.
So apparently, Trump and Musk are mad that government agencies are paying for media subscriptions, claiming it's some kind of bribe for good coverage. But from what I see, government agencies like USAID subscribe to news outlets so they can, stay informed. Cutting those subscriptions sounds like a win against biased media, but let's be real. It might also mean they're just keeping themselves in the dark for political points.
And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the long list of crap that this administration is cutting, federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala, $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq, $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. I could go on, and I'm happy to provide this list to every single one of you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything, and in the last 4 years, this federal government did nothing to help them. This president will continue to put Americans first, and I think the successes of this week so far speak to that, and it's only Wednesday. So I'll see you guys later this week, and we'll see you this afternoon. Thank you very much.
That's interesting. So basically, Musk is running an audit on the federal government. And for those who don't know what an audit is, here's an example. Let's say Chicago gets $50 million in federal funding to fix public transportation. A few years later, people start asking, where the hell did the money go? Because buses are still breaking down, and train stations look like something out of a horror movie. So, they do an audit, and here's what they find. $10 million went to a consulting firm that did nothing. $5 million got blown on overpriced office furniture. $15 million disappeared into administrative costs, aka fat salaries and bonuses. Only $5 million actually went toward fixing anything. Now in theory, an audit should expose the scammers, and heads should roll, but we all know they'll just cover it up and keep it moving. So let them fight. At the end of the day, I don't care if it's Trump, Musk, or Batman. If they can expose where all our money is going, let them fight. Because seriously, why are we so broke? Alright y'all, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you think about these topics in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And above all else, stay safe out here. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.